T-ENT, we back. Logging in and see that. Wins and losses, crazy crosses. Holding one, talking golfing, rolling one. Got me coughing every weekend, so it's often. And I'm dropping every week. Name the topic we can speak. From the Rockets to the Heat. Well, the Rockets to the net. Slick, weird, big beard.
Good morning, this is T-ENT SPORTS PODCAST, episode number 132, man. This is a new year. It's 2024, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so we're going to start 2024 off great, man. My first podcast of the year. It's a sports podcast, but today we're going to go into the Black Love section. I got my beautiful wife on the show with me this morning. Would you like to introduce yourself, Miss Bennett?
Yeah, hey y'all.
What's your name?
Sianda Bennett now.
Okay. So what's your plans for the new year so far? How you enjoying it? Let's talk. Let's have a discussion.
I don't know. I mean, literally the year has just started. We are in week 1?
Going on week 2.
Yeah. So just working on goals and seeing what we can accomplish this year. That we will actually accomplish, not the goals that you plan and then you fall off by February.
Gotcha. So again, man, we've been married. We just married 3 years in December. So congrats to us. We pat ourselves on the back for that. Congrats. So we're gonna talk about being married to each other. So what would you explain like to be married to me? Like how is it being married to me so far? In these past 3 years.
Ooh. You want the good.
Let's hear it.
You want both sides?
However you want to do it.
All right.
Let's get it.
So, it's great. I wouldn't change it for the world, like you say. Very determined, passionate. I like how we work together now. But if I'm honest, honey, we ain't always worked together really well, okay? Trying to figure out how to be a team and become a team, that's work. You wouldn't agree?
Yeah, it's a process for sure.
The first couple of years, it's like you feel like you're enemies a little bit. Like you, instead of working together, it's like you kind of seems to butt heads. And so, yeah, that's the good. That's the other side.
So that's the pros and cons of it?
Yeah.
Alright, so on my end, like you said, I wouldn't change it for the world. You will always have your problems in a relationship, good and bad. It's just how you deal with them problems, how you stick with the problems. So, you have your butt heads, but, I wouldn't change it for the world. But, yeah. But, nah, I'm just playing. No, it's good, though, man. I enjoy it. I wouldn't change it for the world. Like I said, we just made 3 years December 5th, where we celebrated in Houston, had a great time, man. Looking forward to celebrating many more. So,
let me ask you this.
Go ahead,
what was the hardest part about moving from being single to being married?
Ooh, that's a good question. Look at you being the host.
Okay.
Look at you being the host. Nah, for me being single to being married, I guess being more free, probably.
Like how?
Have my own space, have my own crib. Have my own crib, man. I can stay out long as I want to. I can,
I mean, don't have the people thinking you have a bedtime. You can stay out as long as you want to.
That's true, but that's me being respectful as a husband. I'm not going to be out 2 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. That's just me. Now, others may think different, but that's just how I roll. But in my single days, let's just say I had a good time. I had a great time. We had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You, what about you? Same question.
I'm going to say it's 2 things. One, knowing that if I have like leftovers in the refrigerator.
Oh, here you go.
Okay. Every person that's out there getting ready to get married, I mean, you just need to know that they're going to eat your food and not tell you. And so when you're looking for your food, it's gone. Okay, that was a transition. Okay, didn't like it.
That word broke.
And the second thing is the sharing the bathrooms, honey. I like to be in my own bathroom. That's one thing. If we get to build our house, I want to build 2 separate bathrooms. We can share a walk-in closet, but we need that separate space, honey. And taking showers together, okay, sorry, parents. Okay, you get to switching with the hot water and the cold water. It's too much, honey. I want my own bathroom.
Man, it's kids watch this show. By the way, subscribe to my YouTube channel, T-ENT Sports. Thank you kindly.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I got merch out. If you want new hats, shirts, let me know. I'll get it to you. But back to what she was saying. Now let me ask you this. You know, you got friends still, and all y'all are married now. Majority of y'all are married. What's that transition like from all y'all being single ladies to now being married ladies? Like, how does that change y'all friendship? What's the dynamic?
I think marriage plays a part, but I think a lot of my friends have kids as well. And life Jesus, life be lifing, okay? And so it's hard to kind of keep up with yourself on a day-to-day basis. So it's really nice to have friends that kind of understand that, hey, you know, you might not always be available, but if you call on me, I'm there, and if I call on you, I'm there. But I do still try to talk to my friends pretty often. We don't go out as much. I need to get that better. At the end of the day, I just feel like I'm exhausted, you know? And so I can do better. What about you?
Same. You know, everybody married now, so it's totally different. It even goes to, I would consider my brothers my friends, well, my twin, because we grew up the same, we had the same friends, but just everybody being married, having their own lives, it kind of, you know, make things a little harder for everybody to get together like they used to from being single. Because when you've been single, make a phone call, be like, hey, let's hit the spot up tonight. We can just do it. But since everybody married now, you know, you got to kind of be respectful. Well, the right way to do it is be respectful to your spouse and just be like, man, maybe not tonight or whatever, or plan a schedule to do that. Everything based off schedule now, so you can't really just be like, hey, dog, let go out tonight, man, let's hit the club. You can't do that, you know what I'm saying? Respectfully. Now, some dudes do it anyway. You know, I can't speak on what they do, but, you know, yeah. Yeah. So, marriage counseling, how important is it? What you think about it? I was against it at first, I can't lie. I hold myself accountable for that. This is the year of accountability, 2024. I wasn't with it, but you know I enjoyed it. I'm glad I did it. How important was it to you to get married? Because we went through 3 sessions just because, and I think they helped us a lot. So what's your, you know, thoughts of marriage counseling since you was the one who pushed it?
I mean, we didn't do 3 sessions, honey. We did 3 different people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad.
we were in it, okay? We had to take it from all sides.
Yeah.
I just feel like it helped put everything on the table, and like some things that I was trying to say to you, you just weren't getting it, and some things you were saying to me, I just wasn't getting it. So it was nice to have a third party to say, hey, this is what you guys are saying, and this is reality. So you know, you're not going in with a fairy tale. It's like this is what you need to do. I love my 3 people, I guess, because it was my mom, my dad, and it was
Pastor Mac. Pastor Mac, daddy. Not Pastor Mac. Shout out to Pastor Mac.
Yeah,
shout out to Pastor Mac. Man, he gave some good points, man. He made it fun at the same time.
He did.
And he was honest too, man. He was very honest.
But there was just one thing I couldn't get with.
What?
You remember? He said, I can tell by the look of your face, you're not going to do it. I said, sir, I won't lie to you.
Going to bed mad?
No.
Oh. What?
Pulling everything into one bank account. I said, no, I'm sorry about that. I won't be doing that.
I love fashion.
Spending. That's what he loves.
I love fashion.
I'm not going to say he loves
Yeah.
He loves spending in a different way. And so he'll spend Monday through Sunday. Okay. And I might spend something big once every 3 months.
Like, for example, she may buy flooring for the house, one big purchase. Whereas me, I'm going to buy like smaller things.
Clothes, shoes,
watches,
gifts. hats,
Yeah.
a bell.
Get you a bell.
Just the most random
Get
things
you a
because
bell.
it was on sale.
It was 50 cents.
It was a deal. I couldn't pass it up.
I love a deal. I love a
It
deal.
makes
I love a deal.
Alright.
I love a deal.
Mm-hmm.
I love a deal. But what else I got for you? You have any questions so far?
Yeah, I love to. Since you are on your podcast, you cannot lie in front of the people. So, what's one thing that you feel like I showed you about yourself that you probably didn't like? You know how they say marriage is a mirror, and it shows you things about yourself that you're not. You don't like.
That's a good question. We talk about this all the time. I think for me, it's plenty of things, but I say this one thing myself comparing myself to other people. Like if somebody else on a upper echelon and I'm still at the same point. Like I focus on what they done or see what they done. I'm like, damn, like I ain't there yet. Like and I feel like I'm working hard to get there, but I don't feel like I'm climbing yet. But in actuality, I am just a little bit by little bit in my own way. And everybody's not gonna be the same or have the same time. The way God has it for you. God has it at a certain time. So you taught me that. Yeah. It happens when it's supposed to happen. In other words, be patient. Patience.
Ooh.
Back at you.
Patience.
Huh?
I think for me, it was my lack of boundaries and how I would pour so much into other people and kind of skip on myself. And so that's one thing, when you spoke on it, I wouldn't say kind of offensive, but, I didn't like it because I pride myself on showing up for other people. But I guess when you look at it, the people that you are breaking your back and having anxiety over not showing up for, have they showed up for you? So it's not saying that I'm going to stop showing up for people because I love showing up for my people, but if I can't, I'm not going to, get sick over it.
I give off the same energy you give me, like I always say, but I'm simple.
Mm-hmm.
I show love, you show love, I show love,
Mm-hmm.
Unless you just, but anyway, we travel a lot. A lot of people see us traveling a lot. We do, not just travel, we do a lot of things together. We keep it fresh. How is it important to keep your marriage fresh? Like, it don't have to be you going out of the country. It can be you just going to the park, having a picnic like you like to do, or just different things like that. So how important is that, even when you have kids, to keep that, together in a marriage?
Well, I don't know, honey. I don't have kids. We do have Kiwi, though. So, shout out to Kiwi. I love going out. Sometimes you can get stuck in just the everyday go to work, come home, go to work, come home, something. But I do like to do small things. You like to do grand things. I'm okay with like the smaller things, playing a game at home, having a dance party. Like I'm okay with those type of things.
You like romantic goods at home too?
I do. Fun fact, I'd rather your cooking than going out to eat. I do.
Me too. It's money, save money, and she said it tastes better, but we did have a good time last night. We got hibachi or whatever, so that was dope. Went to the bar. I call it still monkey board, but it's another name. I ain't gonna try to pronounce it, but it's still good. But but how important it is to keep that going. Cause Pastor Max spoke on that as well in counseling, to keep that going, like, cause you can get lost, with everything else.
I guess so. Cause
including work, like, cause some people get consumed in work as well.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and it's nice to see your spouse in a different light. At home. Sometimes you can get into conversations that you probably don't want to be in, and it might be hard to communicate. And so, giving yourself a different environment to have those same conversations or better conversations. Like last night we talked about goals and what else did we talk about?
Sure, a whole bunch of stuff. We talked about travel.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Honey, I don't know.
Like putting in time to be off and stuff like that.
Oh, I know what we talked about. We talked about starting to say what we are proud of each week
Oh yeah,
of ourselves.
Yeah.
So the things that we feel like is worthy of sharing, so the other person can say, "Hey, I'm proud of you for doing that."
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And speaking it, claiming it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, we had good conversation. That's another part's important. You know, communication. You know, we all struggle with that sometimes. But communication and having conversation with your
Wait a
spouse.
minute. Okay, because it's not the talking you have a problem with. Sometimes it's the listening, honey. Okay.
Yeah, house divided.
Tell the people.
New Orleans, Alabama. Two totally different situations.
Mm-hmm.
Country, city.
Mm-hmm.
City, country.
Okay. Well, share one goal that you have for yourself this year.
Man, to make this thing bigger than what I expect. Try to get closer to God as well.
Mm-hmm.
Keep him in rotation with the plan. Keep him, with it. Follow his lead. Just becoming a better person, really. Just overall, better husband, better son, better brother, better cousin, better uncle. Better everything, better nephew, whatever. So yeah.
So I feel like this is how we differ. Like you are a big picture thinker. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like, this is what I'm gonna do overall. And I am more detailed. I'm like, okay, how? What's the steps that you're gonna take to accomplish that? You know what I'm saying? So
you like the process. You like
I
the plan.
need to know the process. So you're saying that you want to make this better. What are you gonna do? Like step 1, step 2. Like I need to know what's one step in front of the other.
It's like football, I would say. Like I throw a little sports, and it is a sports podcast, but I use football for example. Like a coach may want to talk to you about how to do the fundamentals or whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm ready just to go in there and hit somebody. I'm ready to just forget all that. I'm ready to go hit somebody. I'm ready to go all in right now, and I think that's the way I try to plan my life. I think everybody's situation different, everybody processing different, everybody planning different, but it hasn't failed me yet. I think I took we'll get into that later, but that's what I think so far. Yeah. Was that a good example or no?
No, you did good. I just forgot the question for a minute, honey. I need some note cards. I didn't know I was going to be the host, okay? This was fun, but I'll give it back to you.
You took my hosting.
I need some note cards.
No, you just asking about me, like how I would do my process.
Oh, your goals. That's what I asked you. Lower. Okay, memory is not my skill.
Man, but yeah, how do you balance work with coming home being a wife? Because sometimes I know myself at work, you get frustrated. So what you do to keep that frustration at work instead of bringing it home?
I think I don't know, there was a point where I used to bring work home a lot. But now, as I work on having boundaries, like I set that thing on everything, okay? I get off at 3:30.
Boundaries.
I am out the door, okay?
Boundaries.
I need to be home, okay? Just to be able to separate that. Don't send me an email at 3:30, honey, because I can't see it. I'm off. And so, I don't know. I have been trying hard to kind of build those boundaries around certain things so that I can be present in other areas.
Cool. That's a good explanation. Give you a hand clap. All right. But let me ask you this, though. Shout out to the Pivot Podcast, one of my favorite podcasts, that 85 South Show. Let me ask you this, though. What would you say is your biggest pivot in your life so far to who you are now? Like, what's something that changed you think you did to get you where you are now that got you through that situation?
Something that I did, not something that's happened.
Well, something that happened, yeah, something that happened.
That changed like everything.
Like it could be something that happened or something that you did per se. Oh, I can answer the question. Then you can go after me.
You answer the question first.
Alright, so I say my biggest pivot was in 2013 or 14 when I decided to move to New Orleans, or just moving in general. I think me making that twist because I felt like I was always in my brother's shadow, so I wanted my own identity. So I felt like me moving. I love New Orleans anyway, but I feel like it was dope for me to move and make a name for my own self, which it has worked, so I feel like anything I do and just put my mind to it and don't think about it too much, I just do it, it happens. Because when everybody think about New Orleans, now they think about Tanner or whatever. It's not like, oh, this so-and-so brother or this so-and-so twin brother, whatever. It's, I'm me now, like I'm my own person. So I think that's my biggest pivot, me making that decision to move somewhere where I ain't have no family. I did have one cousin up here at the time, but she moved on, shout out to Karen. But me making that transition and making that decision to make that transition uphill where I knew nobody. Well, I knew Kimmy up here, but other than that, I ain't really know nobody around here. So it was like a big leap of faith. So I think that's why I'm down to do anything. I think they help mold my brain and my mindset to like take any opportunity that come your way if it makes sense. And I ain't scared to do it because I'm just not scared to do it. And that was my biggest pivot, I think.
Okay. I feel like the biggest thing that happened to me that shifted my perspective on life was losing my mom. After that moment, I think the biggest thing that I decided to do that might have shifted my perspective was starting to do things that I might fail in. Failing for me, like failure is ridiculous. It's like it stops me from doing a lot of things. And so making a choice to participate in something that I can fail for years before I'm successful, it's something that's kind of molding and shaping me in other areas of my life that I really didn't expect.
Cool. That was a good pivot. We get you for that.
Thank you.
But yeah, that was I love that question when I watch the Pivot podcast, man. I think that's a real great question. I like to ask people that question. And I asked myself that question really the other night on my way home, and that was my same answer. So I thought that was a dope answer, man. But like for our past few anniversaries, what was that like? Like, do you feel like a sense of accomplishment that you made it another year, being married? Like, crazy issues, like we just keep it. Like, of course, you will have your issues, no perfect marriage out there, but like, how does it feel like we hit number 3 already? And it don't seem like you just got married yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it.
Yeah, so is that like to me, it's a pat on the back. Like, the people like staying married long now, like any little thing can break up a marriage now, whether it's finances or, just anything, like anything. He say, she say, family get in your business and all that. So for me, that's a pat on the back because I pretty much keep everything in-house and we communicate, we talk, and we practice what we was taught or whatever, and we take it seriously, and we got God involved in our relationship as well. So I think that plays I know that plays a major part in our relationship and our success so far. So, and I hear people talk about they had the first 5 years are terrible. Like I say, you had your bad days, but I think we had more good days than bad days, I think.
Yeah.
So was there a sense of accomplishment for you? Did you sense fear when you got married, like during the process?
I think so, because I have that same fear of failure. I mean, okay, fear can creep up in every area in your life. But I did kind of have that fear of failure, and then that fear of something being permanent and not feeling like you have a choice to go left or right. And so before we got married, me understanding that no, this isn't permanent, and it is not. You have a choice to stay. You have a choice to leave. And being able to make that choice to say, I want to stay, made me feel better. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know.
That makes sense.
Just being able to choose, not to be forced into anything. Being able to choose to stay makes me feel confident in our marriage.
Good answer.
Okay, I'm rocking with the good answer, honey.
So, we're going to do this right quick before we wrap it up. Name 5 good things that you love about me. And I'll do the same thing.
I'm glad you said that because I thought it was about to be sports related. I'm about to say, I quit. I just, okay, I might be okay with the sports something. But you know.
What's a touchdown?
It's when a person makes it to the end zone. That's what it's called, huh?
Alright. So yeah, good job, man.
Okay.
Thank you. Anyway, the question. 5 things you love about me.
Okay. Not in any particular order. Okay. Hugs. I like your embrace. Like a little, okay. I like your love for family. That was very important. For whoever I chose when I was single, it had to be family oriented. Love that you love cooking.
Family be a big word out here. Shout out to Regina.
I love that you love cooking. Like you're passionate about it. I like that. Makes the food taste better. I love that you are willing to be like the best husband. You might misstep somewhere. Okay? Okay. But your desire to be better brings you kind of back and to say, hey, okay, I realized that I wasn't listening, or I was in my feelings, or something. So I like that you come back to that. And I like that you want to be a provider. You want to make sure that we're okay. Did I do that?
Yeah, I think you did more than 5. Well, I think you might. You did 5 for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. You did 5 for sure. All right, same question to myself. What I love, 5 things I love about you. You don't think you have a sense of humor, but I think you do.
I don't do anything.
You do have a sense, like you have your roles. You be doing some crazy stuff.
I just live and you laugh. I don't understand. I don't do anything.
That's not a one.
Mm-hmm.
You funny.
Okay.
I know you nurturing, you caring, you supportive. So if I come in with a bad day or something like that, I feel like I'm at a low point, or I don't feel like my stuff growing like I wanted to grow. You always give me inspiring words to uplift me, and so you're supportive and things like that. So that's a good thing. I love that part. That's 2, 3. The effort. Like you're a cook. I think you're a great cook. You don't think you're a great cook. Like you make this marinated chicken that go hard, man. It's like, but she'll make something so good, then she'll stop. Like the pasta, the marinated chicken, what?
How many times do you make me make it before I stop?
Sweet potato pancakes.
How many times do you make me make the same meal before I stop?
Every day. But
for weeks.
That means you ought to know it by heart, though. Like,
and I'm tired of it. I'm tired, boss.
Alright. But yeah, that's 3. 4, of course, family. You love family. Family is definitely important. Because we do family real big around here. Well, yeah. yeah.
One
more. Just willing to do whatever. Like, I want to go here at this time. You be like, all right, let's go. Yeah, but I'll be ready to go ahead, and first you be like, okay, so what's the plan? Like, we gotta save, and I'm like,
okay, we can go. We can go to Mars.
Here she go.
But you gotta tell me how we gonna get there.
Here she go.
I'm not jumping without a parachute. That's not my ministry.
Yeah. Yeah. But, ladies and gentlemen, we figure we're ready to wrap it up. Is there any, thing you want to share with a younger couple, like a young lady or a woman that's on the verge of getting married or already married, newlyweds or whatever, is there any advice that you would like to share?
Yeah, marriage counseling. Don't skip it.
I second that.
Yeah.
I second that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say to the fellas, listen. Sometimes I guess your accountability. Listen, just shut it up and listen.
Okay, and not just listen. Go ahead, explain, baby. I ain't gonna take your turn. Go ahead, tell them what you mean.
I said it. Listen.
How do they listen though?
Open your ears and focus. Help me out.
Okay, we're still working on the listening part, baby.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
It's not just about hearing what someone says. It's about understanding and acknowledging what they're saying. Don't just blow over it, okay?
Yeah. But yeah, listen. Listen, communicate, understand, and be willing to work on it. Don't just quit. It's easy to quit. So if it's worth having, it's worth having. If it's worth having, it's worth putting the work in for it. So, and also keep keep God involved if you believe in God. But we believe in God, but keep God involved in your marriage. Pray together, stay together. Express yourself. Just let them know, hey, you look good today. You beautiful. Just like it's the little things. Take the trash out. Take the trash out. Oh man, it's a lot of things, man. It's a lot of things, but yeah, just be forgiving.
Ooh, and don't expect the other person to be you.
Yeah, that's
they're their own person. You married them because they're
who they are.
Yeah, they're a person on their own.
So
stop trying to make them you.
Right. And another thing, keep your business in house. Don't go to all these family members and friends telling all your business. Let's get this. Let me say this. That ain't got nothing to do with this. We don't do that. We don't do that. Like but we, keep everybody at your business. Y'all have a situation, talk about it. Y'all talk about it in house because at the end of the day, if you go around telling friends and family, oh, Joe hit me, or Joe said my butt stank, Joe said this, Joe said whatever, they gonna hate Joe, then you gonna forgive Joe, and he gonna be back, he gonna welcome back with open arms. And then when he will come to family function, they be like, oh, here comes Joe. He coming with her. Why she just won't let him go? So keep everything in house. It'll run a lot smoother. I promise you. Tell you. And I think that's a good thing that we do. We keep everything in house. We communicate. We listen. We understand, and we understand that we still learning too. We not professional because there's always room to learn. You never go 100% know a person, so you will always learn about a person. Even when you been married for 45 years, you go find something about that person that you didn't know.
Right. We're only year 3. We're still babies.
Ooh, gaga.
So there's much more to learn, honey, and we don't always get it right, but we're getting it.
But if anybody tell you they married perfect, they are lying. There's no perfect marriage out there.
What?
It's not a perfect marriage out there.
Oh.
Anyway.
We
have a great marriage, but it's not perfect. The only person perfect is the man of God. Well, Jesus, God. He perfect. Perfecto. But yeah, man, we're gonna wrap it up, man. Yeah, this TNT Sports Podcast, episode number 132. See, do you have any shout outs, anything, or are you good to go?
Shout out.
Shout out your people. Show everybody some love. Shout them out. What?
I don't know. I just love everybody. I'm a family. I'm a friend. There's too many to name. How do you choose who to shout out?
Shout out to my brothers, Trent Bam. Shout out to their wives, Mel and Madison. Shout out to my niece and nephew, Matt and Anglin. Shout out to my parents. Shout out to my cousins.
See, the list is too long.
My list is long. I got a big family.
And so, I
My
love
friends, my in-laws. Shout out to everybody. We love everybody though. But y'all, this T-ENT Sport Podcast episode number 132. Good morning. We out. Ooh, Lord.